Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've like totally forgotten my intro. So I've got like tons of questions about the video which I posted months ago, which said the month before my depression. So that month was December, where I didn't post anything actually. And then something triggered my depression. And I've lost like a lot of people in this process in the last 4 months, and I'm okay with that, honestly. This year I feel like I'm losing myself to find myself, because I every time I figure things out, the next day it's like, no, I'm going downhill again. So I know that's part of my life, but I've never been this clueless about what's going on in my life, and I guess I'm finally ready to talk. So we had like some questions. Try to answer them, because I don't think that I'm in the position to answer the questions right now. But I feel like if I want to go further, I do need to answer your questions. But look at my hair. I look like shit, honestly. So the first question is, what's something that helps you when you're feeling sad or anxious? Every time I post a Q&A, a questionnaire thing on my Instagram, I see this question every time, and I really don't know how to answer that. But I think I've figured out what helps me and what would not help me when I'm anxious or feeling like really sad. One thing is walking or talking to someone, praying to God, taking deep breaths, taking hot showers. Anytime I get anxious, I would just go to my bathroom, cry if I want to, and just take a hot shower. And that helps. That honestly helps. So, yeah, writing, journaling is a big part of me not being sad all the time, because every time that I think that I'm gonna go in my depressive mode or my depressive phase, I would just, if I feel something is wrong with me, I would take it and just start writing everything, just pour out every little thing that is in my heart. Because when you think that you don't have anyone to talk to or anything, because for me personally, I've always been the helper, so it's hard for me to ask for help. I don't want to bother anyone, so I just talk to myself. I believe that you should ask for help, and I am learning in a way, but I'm still not there yet. I mean, I do have like one or two friends whom I could just like text whenever, but it still takes time for me. Second question is, how has your mental health been since you moved out? It's been 6 months. This question was asked to me back in November. I'm answering it right now. I'm not like completely better or completely sad. I'm somewhere in the middle, and I'm still adjusting in a way. Some days are better, some days I'm like, let's get it. But some days I struggle, and when I say I struggle, I honestly struggle to even get out of my bed, because it's just so hard for me. But when you are away from your home, it's like no one's gonna pick you up. You have to pick yourself up. So it has to be me. So I would just get up and make a cup of coffee and write in my diary again. Not all days are gonna be the same. I feel like everyone needs to hear that, and some days are gonna be really good, some days are gonna be really bad. Know what you feel like doing at the moment. Don't think that you have to figure out your life and everything. You don't have to. It's fine, just go with the flow. Honestly, I think that I've changed, because 6 months before, when I wrote these questions in my diary, I was like, I know what I'm gonna say to this question, but right now I can't even relate back to that girl. And I know that in a way I've changed, I've grown out of that girl. The next question is tips when you feel lost in life. Firstly, when you feel lost, ask yourself these questions. What is bothering you? What do you look forward to? Sometimes I don't even know what I'm feeling, but when I'm writing, just like in the middle, I'm like, I'm feeling this. I didn't even know that I was feeling that until I wrote it. So, journal, connect with someone you trust. I know it's gonna be hard, but there will be people in your life, or there are people in your life who care about you more than you think they do. One thing that has helped me was I took one paper, make a list what I love and what I don't love. And whatever you don't love, just cut off the people, cut off all the things that makes you feel unhappy. Honestly, I've done that, and it's one of the greatest feeling ever when you cut off toxic people and stop doing things which doesn't make you happy. It's like your resurrection. You would feel so good after doing that. You would feel more alive because you you decreased the amount of time you waste for those things and for those people who are not making you happy. The last thing which I would like to say, I'm not saying that, I mean, you could do it if you want to, but talk to God and ask for help and direction, because it's just when you talk to Him, for me personally, whenever I am struggling, I would just be like, God, help me through this. And I have changed. Whenever I had problems in the past, I was like, why are you doing this to me, God? And now I'm like, I know that this is going to be a lesson for me and for the people who I'm going to tell the story to, but I need help. So I'm not saying that you have to do it, but just try things out and maybe you would find your answer to your problems. There are two more questions. I would try to sum things up for these two. So the question is, how do you deal with hard days? I just remind myself that there are going to be good days and bad days. So if you don't have bad days, you wouldn't appreciate your good days and the happiness that you feel when you have a good day, because hard days would make your good ones better. If you would only have like good days, you would underestimate it and be like, I'm happy all the time, I don't have any problems. So when you have bad days, just remind yourself that no, there would be a good day which is coming, and it would come, because it's like a wave, happiness and sadness comes in a wave. It goes, but it comes back. And the last question is tips to help those who are going through it. There's this quote, and I know that many of you would have heard it, but everything you go through, grow through them. Because don't think that, oh, I'm going through it again, but maybe try to see what you're going to learn from it instead of demeaning yourself, or do not get too hard on yourself and tell yourself that everything will be all right, because it will be. And when I say it is going to be all right, trust me on that, because I've had days in my life where I was hopeless and I didn't know what to do with my life. I didn't know where to go. But my mom told me that this is all just a beginning and you're gonna go through a lot of things. So if you demean yourself, or if you look down on yourself, if you be hard on yourself when you're young, you wouldn't be able to survive your hard days, because there are going to be harder days in your life. And that hit me so bad that I just stopped caring. Whenever I have like a bad day, whenever like people go away from me, people would not talk to me, I would stop caring, because people come and go, feelings come and go. You do not have to be hard on yourself just because someone doesn't like you. In order to make people love you, you need to love you. And that's the only thing which I'm gonna leave you with. And there's this journal prompt which I was gonna write today. If you are in your teenage years, write about 20 before 20. 20 things that you want to do before you turn 20. I wrote it down and it's just so good. That would give purpose to your life. So when you feel like you are lost, you can go back to that page in your journal and be like, oh, I have to do these 20 things before I turn 20. You have purpose, go do that. For now, I'm gonna leave you with this, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Go make today wonderful, beautiful, and remember that you are enough, you are loved, you are worthy. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Every time